What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Night Rider podcast. It's been a while. Sorry it's been so long, but honestly, I've just been so busy with trying to handle life that I have not had the time and opportunity, or the notion, honestly. For a while, I did have the opportunity, but it wasn't until very recently that I wanted to record another one. So yeah, I'm just going to get right into it. And like I said in the last podcast, I know the visual production is not as good as it once was, unfortunately. Still dealing with a lesser quality Android, but the Lord's have blessed me with, this phone, and I will continue to record the podcast. Why not, right? So, I think probably the first thing I'd probably want to mention on this podcast is the whole coronavirus going on. We do have a viral outbreak that started in China, specifically a city called Wuhan, which as of recently actually has reported no new cases of the virus. It's hard to believe and take 100% for fact that the Chinese government's telling the truth. But if we are to believe what they say, then that means that it actually is getting better as of today, which this is March 23rd, 2020. The virus itself is kind of like a severe flu. You get weakness in your legs, a bit of fever, coughing, and eventually, if you have a weakened immune system, it is known to cause death. In fact, I believe that over 10,000 people now have died from the coronavirus as of today, and there's been a lot more that have been healed. But I think it speaks to the volume of how severe this is. It's not just the flu that comes every season, which in itself kills a lot of people. But as of right now, coronavirus has killed much more than a regular flu. So when it comes to that, I think that the bottom line is there is a conspiracy behind it. I don't know, and I have no proof of it being intentionally spread, but I do have I've seen some proof on Twitter, thanks to some anonymous feeds that talk about how you can read the code of a virus somehow on a computer, and the end of lab-made viruses have the same signature twice, and no other virus has that, which speaks to the fact that it was probably most likely created in a lab, and I myself think it was most likely China that created it. Hard to say exactly, because America itself creates some biological weapons just in case, I guess we'd ever decide to use them. And sometimes actually it's to create vaccines, because you can't use a vaccine for a virus unless you have some kind of infected specimen or experiment piece to work on that actually has the virus. How will you know it's going to be healed if you've never tested on something that actually has the virus? Is the bottom line, and I think the simplest way to put it. For the virus, I think it's pretty cool. I love learning about it, and thankfully nobody I know is infected, so I'm still in a very small, I guess, group of people that are relatively not worried about being infected, actually. I think if you wash your hands regularly, if you're really worried, you could buy a set of masks and change those at least once a week, I suppose. Probably more. Wear gloves, that's never a bad idea. There's things you can do to help prevent the spread, and if you're helping preventing the spread, that means you're definitely helping yourself, because that is how you stop the spread of the infection. Other than that, we've had other things going on in the world. It's quite a chaotic time, actually. There's plagues of locusts and other types of bugs swarming Africa right now, killing crops. There's places in America that are going through like major economic changes. Recently I heard about GameStop actually closing a lot of its stores. In fact, if I remember right, I read this morning they're actually going out of business completely now, and it's because they've just can't take all the scandal, the drama, I guess. Their sales have not been good for a while, and they've been trying to figure out a way to rejuvenate sales or, you know, improve them, and unfortunately nothing has worked. So we're at where we're at now with it, and I don't know what else to say besides damn GameStop. I'm sorry, but from what I understand, if anybody's watched a YouTube channel that I've recommended before, Camelot 331, they've had some pretty bad business deals, and when it comes to that, I think maybe they're getting a little bit of what they deserve, perhaps. I wouldn't like to say that about everybody, but maybe definitely GameStop. Other than that, I guess I can tell you how I've been. I've been okay. Mostly just working a lot, trying to stay healthy, trying to survive, because it has been a struggle, as it almost always is when you guys tune in to a podcast that hasn't been done in a while, I think. At least for this one, I can say that. But either way, I do have some great things in store, and I'm actually going to make this a shortened podcast, one of my shorter ones, so hopefully you tune in and you like it. And as far as myself, I could say that I've been in a really good place mentally. I've got really good people around me. My family's helping take care of me, even though I have not been in the best places financially, and you know, I've been through some shit lately, but that's how it happens in life. I mean, what else are we to do besides continue pushing on and going on with our life? That's life. For yourself, I think, listen to what you're supposed to do. If you're in a quarantine, then abide by the quarantine. That's part of why I started doing podcasting, because when you have nothing to do, it's awesome to turn on to a television show or some kind of movie that you like and kind of forget about your life and reality for a little bit, you know? So maybe I can help you do that. Hopefully I do. It's one of the things I aim for. As far as my magical conquests or career has been going, it's been pretty amazing. I really don't like to talk about too much of the magical things that happen in my life. I prefer that people ask me directly if they would, and yeah, if you inquire, please let me know. I mean, I'd be more than happy to fill you in on what the deets are. It's been interesting, I can say that, and I hope to help maybe somebody on their magical spiritual journey. As they said before, I'm sure you've heard, there's a world all around us at all times with different types of spiritual beings and energies about the world that moves within us and around us at all times, and I'm becoming more accustomed to it, and it's been a wonderful gift I've been given in life. I have to say that. I'm most in praise of my gods, you know, the people I call lords. I can't say thank you enough, honestly. You would think that, you know, I'll just put it like this. The things that in life are scary or make you nervous to do are oftentimes the things that you should do. They are something you should push yourself to try to get some courage and rise above, to make yourself better in some way. And I've been doing that in my own ways. And in many aspects, life's never been better. And for that reason, I want to encourage you to do the same things I've done. Push yourself to do the things that scare you. If it makes you nervous or if it's embarrassing, try to tell yourself that you're better than just being scared or embarrassed away from getting the things you want in life. So go out there, take it, seize the day, carpe diem, wash your hands, wear a mask if you really are worried about it, and try to stay peaceful within your mind. Meditate, take your vitamins, eat good food, Stay healthy. Say your prayers and wishes, my people. Hasta la vista. Join me for the next one.